Um, and EMI is here tonight, and really appreciate you guys coming to be a part of this, partnering together with everyone, the community, us, Division of Aquatic Resources, USGA. And I know you folks, in the spirit of good faith, have already sent a package to the Army Corps of Engineers. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct, Ken.
And I'm not sure if you're an environmental person.
No, I'm sorry, Ken, but I don't see him tonight.
Okay.
That's Sean O'Keefe. I asked him to come tonight, but I don't see him here yet.
Okay, thank you. The reason why I mentioned that is EMI has already taken photos and done whatever you did for what you think would help the situation to move forward quickly, and submitted that to the Army Corps of Engineers, who may be probably the most, how can I say it, regulatory agency to do the long-term fixes that we need. Again, there's certain things that can be done without a permit, and there's certain things that need to have a permit. So I guess, just so we're very clear, the short-term fixes is really to get the water downstream to comply with the numbers that the Commission said. The longer-term fixes is actually the modifications to the diversions that have been here for maybe 100 of years or maybe more, that allow the biology or the biota, the animals, fish, opie, to get over the diversions and work their way out Mauka. So it may involve construction, it may involve, cutting concrete, all kinds of stuff. So again, that may require permits, which they are hoping to get a response.
Did EMI have a permit to put the diversions in?
I'm not even sure 100 years ago what the law was. I'm not even sure. But anyway, I mean, in the spirit of moving forward, I can understand people have strong feelings of what has happened in the past. I can't change what has happened in the past, but we can move forward together. Maybe if we can kind of go over, and SeaYou is already wrote on here. And maybe, Garrett, if you guys don't mind, I'm not sure who from EMI can holler and tell me if a permit is required or not, from what you guys are initially thinking with your conversation with the Army Corps of Engineers, I believe. Sure. And I know Sean, as you said, is not here tonight, who's usually in charge for you guys. But anyway, for Honopo, as I mentioned, we were able to pick a site location and take a flow measurement pre-release for A and B. Our staff is coming back on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and they're going to take another measurement at these locations. Again, pre-release measurements. And then my understanding is EMI is going to open a sluice gate up at the Laurie ditch. Correct me if I'm wrong. Huh?
Yes.
And also, we know that there's three PVC pipes that span the Haiku ditch down below the highway. And I talked to EMI, and I asked them, what can you guys do to get the water flowing more to here? There are, I guess, certain regulations in your guys' verbal conversation with the Army Corps of Engineers that said that if you guys use anything that's not in the stream now, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you need to get a permit. So what is being proposed is that they try to raise the level of the water on the upstream side of the diversion to raise the head and force more water to those three pipes. Again, this is not the long-term fix to get the fish, because they can't get up that air gap to go through the pipes. This is the short-term, so more water can get down the stream. So is that correct? And
yes,
this will
right.
take place on Monday.
Yes.
On Monday. Try and build a berm on the Mauka side of the diversion structure. I mean, from my point, and my background is an engineering background, and engineers are supposed to be trained to solve problems. But I was talking to Garrett. I said, hey, can't you do something like throw a tarp over the grading and allow the water to flow over? it doesn't come from the stream, Army Corps says it needs a permit. I mean, to me, a little bit, and I'm not trying to blame the Army Corps, don't get me wrong. But, you know, if anybody else has, you know, another idea on how we can solve this, I said, what if we put more pipes with a siphon or whatever, you know, that kind of stuff.
Are you relying on what EMI tells you the Army Corps says, or are you dealing directly with
We do deal with the Army Corps.
I would suggest you deal with the Army Corps and not rely on what EMI tells you the Army Corps says.
We've been copied on the letters.
Well, no, because EMI is not going to help more water get released. They've never helped water get released. They're going to make it as difficult as possible. And so I don't think Army Corps regulations are as onerous.
We deal with the
about
Army.
releasing water as you're intimating.
We deal with the Army Corps regularly. We also require stream channel alteration permits, which EMI has to come see us. So we have a very close connection with the Army Corps, and we deal with them on a routine basis.
I know, but I'm just saying on the site inspection that we went on, the Tiny Hoy and some of these other schools, they have these flood control devices that they lift up to allow the water to go down.
Yes.
So are there flood control devices on a pole?
There is over here, and that's what we're talking about, that they can adjust without having to get a permit. There is none over here, and that's the longer term.
On monopole, there is a flood control device that will just lift up and allow.
Not at the high school diverter. No.
So where there's a flood control device, there shouldn't be any problem.
Yes, and that's what they want to do on Monday, pick this up.
Is that going to be done on fire?
And that's what I was trying to work on that.
When you were talking longer term versus short term?
Yes.
When you're talking short term, are you talking weeks, months?
We do have a schedule, and this was if you sign up on the sign-up sheet email, we can certainly share our schedule with you. This was talking Monday.
Oh, okay, that's really short.
For these, and let me, I want to make sure that everybody's clear. Some of you have gone up to this location. There is, I believe, a gate up here. Correct me if I'm wrong. There is not a gate here, and this involves construction, putting a hole in the divider, or sealing a hole in the divider wall, building up the height of the wall, concrete pouring, and stuff like that. So in other words, if EMI were to adjust this gate, allow more water down, this would actually take the water this way in the ditch. They don't have a gate to open over here to allow this way. So that, again, is a longer term that they need to work on.
Is the fact that, have you actually checked whether or not the release of Malcolm's sluice gate will in fact reach the second?
Yeah, it's right next to each other. We went up there together.
How far?
I don't know. It's, looking from this parking lot to maybe the entrance. It's not very far. 80 feet. About.
I'm a little confused. You talk about raising the level of the berm or the dam,
Over there, are you good?
and I thought the idea was to get more water into the stream, but if you raise the level of the construction, that's going to actually block more water from going into it. So I'm kind of confused how that's going to work.